Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are we doing on this Wednesday night, which is the Heavy Hitters Wednesday.
Boom!
Boom, boom, boom. As you already know, the three minds come together to bring you one. Count it, one.
Boy,
Excellent
like
treat.
Trinity, bro. I just thought about that. The Trinity, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Three minds, one goal, one show. I am your host, the debonair, 6-man K-Styles. To my stage left, as he's going by today, as God told me to forgive Eddie Goldman,
Mm-hmm.
he is the mad scientist, mad Mike Sports. And down here, we have the minister, the calm before the storm, Jew Talk Sports. And we got three special words: three minds, one show, three words. What are those three special words that we do?
That real roll call. Oh, God has everything to do with it, Floyd. Oh, no, boy. Man, Mike. Oh, God is in the center of Man Mike's life. So God has everything to do with this, sir. Everything.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, absolutely. Hey, boy, I might pull a Jew and start praying for you, but you better chill it.
And while we had that interesting disruption into the roll call, we're gonna go ahead and say, all right. We got Floyd Conley in the building. We got Big Neil, Tony Warham, Pat Norris, Marvin Johnson, Bubba Gump, Melvin Emery, Todrick Davis, Bobby Boy, Zone 3, YMOF Jamal. We got the homie coached Unchained. Go ahead, support him. Subscribe to Coach Unchained, aka Will. AFN affiliate. Yeah. We got Joe Thornton, Blackberry, LA Rex. We got Big Ant in the building as well, man. We got Michael Walker, not that Michael Walker, Ryan Peoples, ATL Leo, Chris Beavers. We got the young gunner, our little homie, ATM 534, John Higgins, Isaac Crimes, Fred Butts, Thomas T-Bone, my bad, Kevin Henderson. Hey, we got the same name. Hey, appreciate you joining us, man. And I want to give a special shout out to my homie, Sonia Howell. It is her birthday today. So
happy birthday, Sonia.
Happy birthday.
So that's my homie right there. Y'all better go ahead and show her some love. But if you don't,
I'm crazy as a sweetheart. She's a damn sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart.
Crazy. Nah, I'm just joking.
Now we're ready to get it. In 3, 2, and cut. Let's go ahead and get to this $5 super chat already, man. Already. And I got the locks again, so sooner or later I'll be able to do it right.
You'll be able to do it right.
Welcome. Blackberry Larex said, always represent for the home team, baby. God first and everything, bro.
Dirty bird. Dirty bird Thursday.
Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. All right, so as y'all already know, Atlanta Falcons training camp is underway for the rookies. But I think we should start off with this question, right? As we already know, as God has told Mike to forgive Eddie Goldman.
Oh man.
Fellas, and people watching. This is gonna be my question for y'all. And I'm gonna go ahead and let you kick off with this question. So my question is what is the plan now as far as that particular position? As we'd already know, we already thought we had a Eddie Goldman. It ain't even been 2 weeks yet, and he already retired. So, do the Falcons go out and make a move, or should they have the trust of the guys they have within?
That's a tough question, to be honest with you. I like Anthony Rush, to be honest. I really like Anthony Rush a lot. I like Timmy Horn a lot. So, I mean, it just depends on who's out there. At the end of the day, I want players that want to be here, period. Like, one thing I can say about Eddie Goldman is at this point, at least he didn't take our money, because I seen somebody in the chat asking, do we still got to pay him? We don't got to pay him a dime because he's retiring. So, I mean, at least he didn't take the money, come here half-heartedly and not play hard and things of that nature and just earn a paycheck. So, I mean, at this point, I think it just depends on who's out there and who you can bring in. Because if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, K-Styles, do we got 12 million left in cap space right now? That's what I seen. I seen something.
I think so. Yeah, it's about 12 left.
Right. So I mean, that's a decent amount if you bring in somebody on like a big name guy on a 1-year deal. 12 million, you can do something with 12 million. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. But I just want to see what we got. I mean, I trust Anthony Rush. When we brought in Eddie Goldman, I like the pickup because he's a guy that's proven. But Anthony Rush is a big guy. Timmy Horn is a big guy. And those guys are hungry. So at the end of the day, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we stand pat. But if you can get Adamakin Suh, and I seen Mike, y'all go check Mike's video out. He talked about Adamakin Suh. He also talked about Linval Joseph, who's another guy that's a veteran that's been around the league. He was a longtime Minnesota Viking. Shout out to my brother-in-law, who's a Vikings fan. Linval Joseph was one of those guys that's a really 6'5". He's really big, just like Eddie Goldman, and he's a veteran, been around the block. Played for a number of teams now. I think the last team he played for, if I'm not mistaken, was the LA Chargers last year. So, I mean, he's another guy similar to Eddie Goldman, but he's bigger than Eddie Goldman. So, I mean, if you want to go out, and bring one of those guys in, a veteran guy like that in, you guys know I believe in strength in numbers. So I think we do need to bring in another body just because we had the rotation. We talked about this in our last couple shows. The plus in having an Eddie Goldman is now you can rotate him. You can rotate Anthony Rush. You can rotate Timmy Horn if he makes the team. So I think it'll be smart if, go to kick the tires on some of these guys that are out there. And personally, I wouldn't spend a whole 12 million on one guy. So if you can get a Linval Joseph, which I think would be on a more cheap side than like a Adamakin Suh, because there's a reason why Tampa Bay didn't pay Adamakin Suh. And it was because he wanted more money than they were willing to give him at this point in his career. So it just depends on how much money Adamakin Suh is looking for. I think if he came here, he's going to ask for probably 10 million for one season, which I'm not saying I'm opposed to paying him that, because I would love for him to play for us just to try to sack Tom Brady, because we know Adamakin Suh is a guy that kind of goes over the line at times. and we talking about team need an edge. That's if you want somebody that's gonna bring an edge to your team, Adamakin Suh is gonna blur the lines. He's gonna step over the line at times. We know Adamakin Suh is one of them players that I consider a little bit dirty, but if he on your team, you love him. He's like a Draymond Green. If he's on the opposing team, you hate him. But if he's on your side, you love him because you know he's gonna get under somebody's skin. So,
hey, look, Adamakin Suh brings crazy as hell, but he also brings Warren Buffett. Remember that.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Remember that. He's friends with Warren Buffett, so remember that.
Yeah, so I mean, I think I kind of went around the question, but I think, like I
So,
said, I'll say I'm good with what we got. But if we can
okay.
get somebody that's willing to come in on a cheap deal, I think a Linville Joseph, somebody like that, just a big body that you can rotate at this point, I'm good with that.
Okay. All right, Mike. Mike, it's kind of the same question, but I'm gonna kind of twist it up a little bit for you, my brother. Okay, so I'm looking at the names right now as far as D tackles. If they went that way, you can still answer if you rather stay in house or get somebody else. But let me throw a few names out here because I know people have been saying Ndamukong Suh. I saw Danny Shelton. Um, you just said Linville Joseph. I saw Sheldon Richardson. Hey, you got Larry Ogunjobi. He's still out there.
Didn't he sign with somebody? He signed with
Uh,
somebody, I think. Hey, that's the dude from the
uh,
Browns, right?
nah, I think that's the dude from Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. I'm tweaking.
Oh, never mind. This thing didn't update it right. The son of a bitch. Uh, kill that. But Mike, is there this pretty much the question because the website just threw me the hell off just like that.
No, you good.
God,
I'm always prepared as you. I want to throw this up real quick. The reason why I throw this up is because this is something that we talked about. As you can tell, we have a certain content creator.
You talking about this? You talking about this goofball shit right here?
Yeah, but hey, I'm gonna turn into something. Hey, trust me on this. The reason why I highlighted this is not because the highlight, the issue at hand itself. We talked about as players, as fans, that we need our players to stand up and get in your freaking face, a punch in the face, and get nasty, get gritty, go defend yourself. If you got to get nasty and go one-on-one with some of these media outlets, these journalists, let's get it. Let's step up, man. Protect yourself, protect your teammates, protect yourself, and protect your brand, because Anthony Rush is a brand. The Falcons is a brand. The Falcons fans, we're sick and tired of getting clowned on. All right. Every time I turn around, somebody got a 28-3 joke or somebody, and they be corny as hell. Like, man, the tweet that Sean Payton put out, this shit wasn't even funny. Like, it didn't make no damn sense. You just wrote some goofy stuff that say 28-3. Like, okay, we get it. All right. But the reason why I say this is that the reason why I brought this up, and I said it must be why I got re-signed to. Don't come at me like I'm trash, because I'm not. You probably gonna tweet me congratulations when I get paid, and teams never called me in to work out, only to play. I had no pro day, no combine, and I didn't attend any All-Star games. I can't be that bad. And this is the reason why I brought that up, is because we always say that players need to step up, get aggressive, because the media outlet and these fans are not going to take it easy on you. I love this. I love this big ass dude that's going to be in the middle of our defense is already stepping up and getting in people's face. That's what we wanted. This is what we need. I'm tired of seeing our players not defending themselves year after year. The media, the fans, everybody clowning you, they atting you, and then they get on social media. They want to do things and take back their word. No, get aggressive. So I love that this guy who's going to lead that defensive line, because I'm here to tell you, Grady is the best player on that defensive line. But anybody who knows anything about football, the guy who leads that defense is not the middle linebacker, is that nose. If he sets the tone for this defense and you can't move him, this defense is going to be completely different. So I love to see that big 300, 6'4", 330, 40, 50, 60, however big he is. I love to see the fact that he's stepping up for himself. I'm proud, bro. I'm already proud of this team. I'm already proud of this team, bro. I love it.
I'm just saying this on the goofball shit. The fact that it not even from Anthony Rush part. I'm talking about throw that back up there again so we can see who name that was that he went
after. Yeah, we all know who that is.
All right, put it down now. I'm starting to get depressed. Put it down. But like you said, it's all about this attitude, and this is what this Falcons team is need. They need some type of attitude. Like you said, you have this new regime. Like I said, you got the new guard. The changing of the guard is here. You don't have the reliance of a Matt Ryan. You don't have the reliance of a Julio Jones. You don't have the reliance of such and such. You still got Deion Jones. And you still got Grady Jarrett. But those are your only two like staples from at least 5+ years left on this damn team. And it's good to see that we see, like you said, a player standing up for himself. He's like, oh, you want to talk shit about me? All right, motherfucker. Put some pads on to see what the fuck you talking about. This is what we need.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those cases where you just tell the guys talking shit to the players, you know what? I show it to you better than I can tell you. Sit your goofy ass down and stop acting these players. If you're going to talk your shit, talk your shit. But if you acting a player, don't be surprised if he comes for your ass. And doesn't that sound like Dean Pease and Arthur Smith right there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That sounds exact.
Yeah. That attitude. That's what we needed. We needed that. That's exactly what we needed. Right. Changing attitude. Like I said, I love it, man. I'm tired of players just sitting back and taking this stuff, from, and like a lot of people like to clown on KD for it, but I commend KD for the same thing. Even if he's in his feelings, he's standing up for himself. I cannot knock a man for standing up for himself for whatever reason. Everybody has a reason for doing whatever. All right. But if you feel like you did it because it was the right thing for you, the right move for you, hey, so be it. But hey, stand up for yourself. The worst thing I cannot stand is a coward. Stand up for yourself. Be heard. Stand on something. Stand on some type of principle. You can't be bullied for the rest of your life, man. Like I said, I'm tired of my Falcons being picked on and nobody steps up. Nobody checks the media. Nobody says screw you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm this. I'm the all-time leading quarterback, bitch. Look, I'm fucking Matt Ryan. All right. I wanted that from Julio. I wanted that from Matt. Roddy did it. Roddy said, look, you can't guard me. I love the bravado for Roddy White. Roddy didn't take no shit from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, that's what you need as a football player. Chuck Smith played with an edge. Grady Jackson played with an edge. Mm-hmm. Scott Case. Like you keep going on and on. This guy played with an edge. And this is what we've been missing for some time. It's okay to be a nice guy, but I'll be a nice guy after I punch your ass in the fucking face. I pray for you afterwards. We on this field. It's about football. Yeah, I'll punch you dead in the eye and then say, all right, my bad. And then get right back and kick it and slice you in the nuts or something. Look, we need some goons. I'm tired of this nice football. I'm tired of this nice football. We need to get to attacking people, smashing people in the face. Look, you wrong. Like Arthur Smith said, no, you're wrong. We're going to do what we want to do. I don't care about what y'all like. This is Atlanta Falcons football. This is how we're going to do things. And the time has changed. So this is what I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, goddamn. Okay. All right. No, I'm just. No, I ain't saying it. I'm not saying just because you said that.
Lord, K-Styles, you really did do that, didn't
Hey,
he really did do it.
I
thought he was joking, but he really did do it.
No. But Jude, what you think? What you think on that, man? What do you? How do you feel about seeing something like that?
Are you just referring to?
I'm just talking about. I'm just talking about as far as looking at like the new attitude that is just suiting within this.
I love it. I'm just gonna play with an edge. I mean, you seen, and that was one reason why I loved Keanu Neal when he was here. You need, as we always say, you need some head busters on your team. You need players that's going to intimidate, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You need players that's going to intimidate the opposing team. Like guys that play football, mainly it's mental more than it's physical. So and that's what I was talking about with the Adamakin Sue. Most guys on the field, it's guys out there, they know that he's going to cross the line. So it's that fear factor that he creates. And that was what we had with Keanu Neal across the middle of the field. Guys like Willie Moe, we had William Moore playing safety. He was one of those players that I might knock myself out this game, but I'm going to knock you out the game with me. Like, we know he was one of them guys that would hurt himself. And those are the type of players that you need. Like, to play football, especially – either offense or defense, but definitely to play defense, you have to have some screws loose up top. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Mike is talking about. Like, you have to create that fear factor, and we've been missing that. To be honest, the last couple seasons, we've been missing that. You got to have somebody that's going, like you said, if you come across the middle, I might get flagged, but I'm going to hit you. That was one thing that I loved about Sean Witherspoon. He was one of my favorite linebackers of all time for the Falcons. Not only his bravado, but he was a physical specimen. That dude was going to hit you. He was going to hit anything moving. And that's what I loved about his game. So you got to have guys on your defensive line, on your defense period. Like, I talk about it all the time, even with our corners. Like, a lot of people say, if you're a corner, you don't have to be able to tackle. But I love cornerbacks that are not afraid to tackle and that'll lay the boom on you, because a lot of cornerbacks now in the NFL, they're not willing to tackle in open space, or they don't know how to tackle. And I feel like out of our secondary, we got one of the best tackling secondaries in the game. Between Isaiah Oliver, Casey Hayward, and AJ Terrell, those three guys, just individual tacklers in open space. That's what makes those guys great. Not only their coverage ability, but their willingness to come down. And Mike did a whole video breaking down AJ Terrell and him in open space, him coming down, making tackles in the running game. Like, that's how we want to be better at stopping the run. It's not just about your front seven, but it's about everybody collectively being physical, not being afraid. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I think is coming back. With Dean Pease talked about it, being physical. And I believe multiple hats on the football. You guys know that my family, they all Bears fans. One thing about the 85 Bears, when they won the Super Bowl, gang tackling. Ain't one person tackling nobody. Every time it's going to be a pile up. Every play. Somebody coming. It ain't no one guy. It's 4-5 guys, and then somebody stripping the ball. And that's what we got to get back to. Everybody got to hustle to the football. So that physical brand of football, I believe, is coming back to our Falcons. We talked about a couple years ago when Dan Quinn, they brought back the black-on-black jerseys, and they're trying to get back to that style. But it's not just about the look. It's about actually being physical. Forget the jerseys. You got to go out there and set the tone. And that's what Mike was talking about. You got to go out there and set the tone. And like I said, sometimes in football, you got to cross the line at some points. If you get a penalty, so what? But set the tone. I'll take a 15-yard, unsportsmanlike penalty. But one thing you're going to see in the opposing offensive players is they're going to know, okay, I can't just run across the middle, because this person's willing to take that chance, take that risk of getting that penalty. And I might get knocked out the game trying to go across the middle.
Y'all know why I'm laughing, right? Y'all know why I'm laughing. Y'all know it. I was thinking of a particular linebacker that fits all that criteria right there. So would a Vontez Burfict would have been perfect?
I was thinking that. I was like, you know what? I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no because that's what we need right now. I would take him for
Vontaze gonna get suspended, so I can't take Vontaze. It's one thing with towing the line. It's one thing with going all the way across the line. Vontaze, he gonna be eligible for one game.
Said
Vontaze kick him up in the head like
he said Vontaze Burfict is a habitual line step.
Man, he gonna be in to hit the ref.
Vontaze Burfict. He trying to eat the line and eat your ass on top of it. He ain't he trying to destroy that line. That's a whole nother dirty there.
Right. Would you rather have Vontaze Burfict or Paul Warlow?
Hey, look, at the end of the day, I think right now that's what they need. That's not I'm not saying Vontaze Burfict, a guy that's like, you know, you're gonna sign him to a 3-year contract. But if you need a coaching change, bring him in for a year, you know, a couple of games. Look, we're not going to sit back and just let you, you know, cross the middle. We're gonna cross the line, we're gonna bite some fingers, we're gonna bend some fingers, we're gonna like whatever you gotta do to set that tone. I think it's setting the tone. Now you don't have to continuously play like that. But somebody, this is what Jude was saying. It's like, hey, you got to make sure it's like you're not just gonna come across the middle. Like I'm gonna hit you at the low, I'm gonna hit you high, I'm gonna try to knock you out. Whatever you have to do to send that message to the NFL, it's like, bro, this is no longer the same Atlanta Falcons. We're trying to change the culture. That's what it's all about.
Right. And I see people talking about Timmy Horn. Yes, Timmy Horn is definitely a very interesting option. I mean, from what I've seen from a Timmy Horn, he is exactly what you would have gotten out of Eddie Goldman anyway. A 2-tech type of guy. Who can, like I said, who can hold his own. He can hold his own. And from us seeing Route 96 for 3 years is the complete opposite of what we saw. Am I right? Am I right?
Hey,
oh yeah.
Right.
But Timmy Horn he's a lot bigger than Route 96 as well. And I think that was another thing that kind of got overlooked and kind of was ticking me off when Dan Quinn and were here, is that they weren't going out and getting guys that were bigger guys. Like they were looking for guys kind of like the same size as Grady, like 6 feet, 290, barely 300. Like they weren't looking at guys that were like 330. Like K Styles, you used to play on the D line, offensive line. You know, it makes a difference between being 300 pounds and being 330.
It's a big ass difference, bro.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Then look, it's also a big difference from a guy being 6 foot 300 pounds to a guy being 6'4", 330.
Right. That's my thing. Having short arms and having long arms is a difference. Like it matters during the games, and I think that was our biggest issue too. Because sometimes, like I said, with big dudes, I don't need you to be fast. All I need you to do is just sit there. It don't get moved. Just sit there like a big old rock. Just sit in the middle. Just block. Just sit there. You ain't got to do nothing. Just sit there so they can't make. It ain't no crease for the running back to run through.
Right. Hey, look, what you say? Turn the defense into a Zen garden and everybody just surround the rock.
That's right. It, bro. Just stop traffic. Just make it a traffic jam in the middle. That's it. Don't get pushed back like we've been saying. Don't get pushed back 10 yards.
Exactly.
Just hold the point. That's all I need you to do. I don't need you to get a sack. I just need you to just plug that hole. That's it. That's all we need you to do.
Yeah, that was it. Like you said, you brought up a key point too, and that was the issue why the Falcons defense was inconsistent as well. Is when you're literally bringing in guys to where the fact that Grady is the biggest guy on the defensive line and he is your 3-tech. You want him? He's your best pass rusher on the defensive line, but he's your biggest guy. Mm-mm.
Go back and look at the week 1 last year when we were doing film study last year against the Eagles. If you guys go pull up the tape, it was one play. I think it was their rookie running back scored. They were like on maybe like the 8-yard line, and literally the floodgates open wide open. He ran untouched, and we got blown off the ball. And if you looked at their players compared to our players, their offensive line made our defensive line look like Pee Wee, like just lined up in front of them.
You said the Eagles, right? You talking about the Eagles game, right?
Eagles. The Eagles. I think it was Gainwell. Gainwell scored a touchdown where he literally ran untouched.
Bruh, they just
that big old Samoan dude. That left tackle. Yeah, that was embarrassing. That right there was embarrassment for Dean Pease. And he kind of switched. That's when he tried to be a little bit more aggressive. And in fact, I don't even have the guys up front to be aggressive because you got to have that big guy in the middle. If you're going to be blitzing, I tell people all the time, blitzing is more so about gap control. If you can control your gaps, then guys can hit. They'll be able to get open because you got to have that one guy that's going to eat up space because it's about matchups. If I can have that nose tackle take away the guard and the center, I'm good. That's what being in the 3-4 is all about. It's about gaps, attacking gaps.
Yeah, we got to start doing some film breakdowns, Mike, talking about that because it's all about stopping those guys from getting to the second level. That's what you're looking at. And Mike did another. I think you did either a video or you showed Hennessy getting to the second level.
And blocking.
Like linebackers and stuff like that. So that's what it's about. Yeah, man. We got to stop these guys from getting to the second level because we complained about Deion Jones last year. We complained about Foyer and these guys. But if you go look at that Eagles game, what I'm talking about, when you got, the guards and the center getting to the second level with ease, I mean, what you expect your linebackers to do? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say you need bigger guys up front because if you get, like you said, you got one big dude, massive dude that's taking up eating up 2 blockers, then you ain't got nobody to get to the second level, real talk, to get on those linebackers, which that means your linebackers running free and they shooting gaps and getting into the backfield. That's what you want.
That shit is woo. All right. Now, the reason why I haven't really said nothing, hold on. I want to bring something up on the screen right quick. If y'all don't mind. Y'all don't mind me bringing up something on the screen for y'all? All right. We're going to screen share something here. All right, let's go ahead and zoom. So for a lot of people that may not know what gap control is, this is what we're talking about. Now, hold on, where my damn marker at? Man, okay. Grady Jarrett, 9 times out of 10, will be right here. This is where the 3 tech. The outside shoulder of the guard. This is the 3 tech. This is where your best interior pass rushing defensive lineman is going to be at. Of course, this right here, this is where we're looking for Anthony Rush, the 0 or the 1. Inside shoulders of each guard. Tyler Davison's ass was nowhere to be found in neither one of these.
Or it only took one person to block him. It didn't take 2 guys to push him through nowhere. It's one guy. Right. The guard will take him out, and the center can go up and get the linebackers. Right.
So, by having Tyler Davison as that one, get that one tech and that 0 tech, y'all see where this guard and center was at? Was getting ate up alive. When they brought Anthony Rush and Mike Pennell in, this was getting ate alive. Because they damn sure wasn't running in here. So I just wanted to bring that up.
And visually, real quick, with the when you have a guy that's in the middle who's taking up the center, every last one of those guys have one-on-one opportunities, and that right there was key. Have one-on-one opportunities, and this is why Aaron Donald racks up all of these sack numbers, because he has the ability to have those one-on-ones with the guard. He can only do that if he has a nose tackle that has the ability to consistently control that center and the guard, so they can't double team those guys. So that's the importance of having that guy in the middle, so it frees up Grady Jarrett, so he doesn't have to. Because to be honest, it's hard as hell to sit up and hear for any guard to it's hard for a guard. If you look at it, right, the 3-tech on the left side, you see on the left side, the 3-tech. If you got a Grady Jarrett, all right, in the middle, and then this center, the 0. If he beats that center right there, guess what? He got a two-way goal. That's all. He got a two-way goal. If that center, if the nose tackle controls the center, he got a two-way goal. And this is what makes Aaron Donald so great, because he has an opportunity to go two-way. Now, the guard oftentimes are not the best athletes. The best athletes on the line are the tackles. So if he has a two-way goal, 9 times out of 10, or even 7 times out of 10, Aaron Donald gonna beat that guard because he doesn't have the athleticism. So that's the importance of having the guy in the middle, so he can give your 3-tech, which is a Grady Jarrett and an Aaron Donald. That's why Grady is one of the main reasons why Grady Jarrett doesn't have a lot of high sack number, because we don't have that nose tackle in the middle to control. Now, other teams will combat this with, all right, what they would do, they would shift down. They'll have from the left side. We're just talking about the left side with Grady at the 3-tech. What they would do, they would shift it to the left side, and they would have a tight end right here, and they would have a back right there. And what that does is forces the quarterback either to move out. A lot of times, especially with the DNPs, when he sees that shift, what he would do, he would send an Isaiah Oliver. This is why Isaiah Oliver is so key in his defense, is because he will send a safety, he will send a cornerback, and often in our defense, he will send that cornerback when the offensive line shifts to Grady Jarrett's side. He'll send a corner or a safety to combat that. So everything really is important when it comes down to having that node to control that center and control those guards. That is everything in the defense. Once you can do that, you can dominate.
And also, if y'all look at this teleprompter, pay attention to the 5, 7, 6, and 9. Did we have any of that last year?
No. No. And see,
No.
We had a 5, 7. We had a 5, 7, 6, and 9. Why? Because Isaiah Oliver was gone, and damn Kung Fu Panda was nowhere inside. So all they had, they could run all day on the right side or the left side. That's the problem. That's why we went out and got a lot of. That's why we got a lot of edge guys, because that's how teams combat that. They get out of the pocket to buy time for it. And like I said, it becomes a lot easier for the offense to block the defensive line when you don't have that that 0, that nose tackle in the middle. So it's very important, man. It's very important to have that.
Okay. All right.
I hope we didn't confuse a lot of people. I hope we didn't confuse people with that.
Essentially, what that chart showed is outside of Grady Jarrett, we didn't have no damn body else to do anything. This is why you see him get the doubles and triple teams.
Mm-hmm.
If the edge rusher on his side can't get no damn pressure, why the fuck am I worried about him?
Mm-hmm.
But, Drew, you got anything to say on that, man? You want to go ahead and bless us with a thought, man, so we can go ahead and get this collection plate passed around?
Woo!
Y'all hit the nail on the head. I mean, like you said, we just need. I've been waiting for that dominant nose. And as much as I love Drake London, I would have loved Big Jordan Davis a little bit more. Let's just be real. I mean, you guys know I love Drake London, but Jordan Davis is a game changer. Like, y'all gonna see what he do in Philly. Y'all gonna see the way he changed. Like, Philly's already good on the defensive line, but now they can dominate with him and Fletcher Cox. It's gonna be real nasty. They're gonna be real. They got a real nasty defensive line. So I believe in our players. I believe in Anthony Rush. I believe in the guys that we have. But as we said, that nose position is important. It's very important. So I'm glad that Anthony Rush, is commenting back at people, and I hope that he plays with an edge, because we all know when we got Eddie Goldman, everybody was kind of just, etching it in stone that Eddie Goldman was going to be the starter. So I hope that Anthony Rush took all of that personally, and I hope that he comes out and shows everybody what he can do, because last year he made some plays as well. I remember in I believe it was the Jaguars game where he forced the fumble. Like, he made some plays when we got him. So after that Carolina game, if you guys go back, I like to go back and watch games from last season, and I go back and watch different games from last season. After that Carolina game where they ran for like 200 plus yards with Chuba Hubbard, they went out and brought in Pennell, because they had already brought in Pennell. He was actually on the practice squad, and then they brought in Anthony Rush to eliminate them being able to just run the ball down our throat. But if you go back and watch that Philly game, week 1, and then you go back and watch that first game against Carolina in Atlanta where they ran the ball like crazy on us, you'll see how they would just penetrate and running right up through the center of our defense. The guys, their guard centers would get into the second level, walling off guys like Deion Jones, walling off guys like Foyer, and it'll be a lot more clear to be able to see than what we just showed y'all. But I love the big guys. Like I said, even though I'm a small guy, I love the big uglies, because I know that the game is won in the trenches. You look at those Giants teams that beat Tom Brady, everybody calls Tom Brady the GOAT. Why were the Giants his kryptonite? That front seven, that defensive line, the Strahans, the O.C. Uras, the Justin Tucks, that's the reason those guys were his kryptonite. It wasn't because Eli Manning did make some special throws, but it was really that defense holding them to only 17 points. Being able to eliminate, Tom Brady being able to just get the ball off quick and eliminating the running game. We talk about it all the time. Against that Giants team, you couldn't run the ball. So that put the game in those receivers and Tom Brady's hands in that Super Bowl. And we always talk about that. They say it's a passing league. When it came down to Eli Manning and Tom Brady, I don't think anybody's taking Eli Manning over Tom Brady for anything, as far as when it comes to playing quarterback. But that defense was special for the Giants. So we can get a defensive line. I think we'll be special. We can get a defensive line similar to that Giants defensive line. We keep building.
All right. So at the meantime, man, we're gonna go ahead and hit you with the residential light break. So we have 110 people in here on 3 different channels. So we need a combination of at least 60 likes on this video. So while we are doing that, let's put the like music on. So we definitely go ahead and appreciate y'all sticking in with us. So while you're doing that, you go ahead and make sure you share, like, comment on this content. Subscribe to Mad Mike Sports. Subscribe to Jew Talk Sports. And subscribe to your boy 6 Man K Styles. We are 44 away from the 1K side of the game.
Boy.
So, like check. What we got? I don't see no numbers. I don't see no numbers. Do we got to bring some strippers out to get some numbers?
Yeah. I would make a comment right now, but I'll probably get punched in the face with saying that.
All right. So, somebody give me a damn estimate. I don't know. I don't got two phones, one for the plug and one for the low. So, that weird ass.
I'm almost there. Almost there.
Okay.
I think we got it.
We got it.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. We went through the whole loop, but at the same time, we got we got some over here waiting for y'all. If you like a particular movie, you know where I'm going with this. Anime, get your ass on right now.
Is that my introduction? Really?
No. You know how we gotta do it.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Wow, really?
Man,
Just
girl, you the champ or what? Man, you better be the champ of going in there.
I got my ring, baby.
Hey, you better go in there and make that eat the cake, anime. You better go eat the cake.
I can eat the cake.
He called you anime. Why you calling my name? I didn't say
Just want everybody to be a little jealous. That's all.
Oh my God! Really?
Beautiful.
Really?
Oh,
you gonna throw the
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. You know, Jew Talk can't really say anything about this because we are champions. Okay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm,
See,
mm-hmm.
Jew was a Reds fan.
Mm-hmm.
They got one, but it's been a minute.
We don't have
It's been a minute since they won.
Mm-hmm. I know they don't feel too good, Jew. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you kind of rubbed it in, but that's all right. My Cavs got one in 2016, so I'm still I'm clinging on to that until my Falcons won one.
Oh man.
Hey everybody, what's up, everybody? I know y'all probably wondering where Miss Maggie T has been. I'm here. I've just been dealing with life. I'm back to myself. If anybody remember from earlier this year, Miss Maggie T was wilding out. And she was going through some mental things and everything else, trying to run a show. Like Mike said on the previous show, I think yesterday, sometimes you got to sit your butt back down and get yourself together, because you can't just be everything and do everything for everybody and not take care of yourself at the same time. So I had to get myself together. So Miss Maggie T is back. Now I'm over at Atlanta Falcons Nation because we decided to kind of keep the brands separate. So you'll see me on here Friday morning. We have a special guest at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. She is the executive marketing manager over at the Atlanta Falcons. And she's going to be coming in to tell you guys of some special events that are coming up. College students, if you're in the chat, some opportunities for you to get some tickets on a discount. They have a college pass coming up. So this is the episode you do not want to miss about upcoming events for the Atlanta Falcons that you guys can participate in sponsorship with the Atlanta Falcons Nation, Mad Mike Sports, Jew Talks, and K Styles. It's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be doing in the city, as well as we'll be at open practice for the stadium. We will definitely be there. So we'll mark this down. If you can get your section in the 110, the club's floor, please. That's where we're going to be at. If not, come meet us. We finna have us a good old time. But before then, y'all just make sure y'all tune in to everybody's channel. Subscribe to everybody. Show some love. And then tomorrow night, we have Thursday night not SmackDown. Oops. Dirty Bird Thursday. Thursday night SmackDown. Whatever. I'm
about to say who about to get AFN.
So check it out tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. No, we got the new crew over there. Mike can't stay away though, because he always there. So
I talk too
but they
damn
have
much.
been,
I talk
y'all
too
check us
damn much.
out. We got a
I
lot
realize
of
I got a big
lots of
mouth.
things
Okay?
coming store. So y'all just follow. What's up, everybody? Tev Sports, John, Dre, Keith. What's going on, Tavares? Y'all go ahead. I don't want to keep interrupting y'all on your show. Just wanted to get a little advertisement.
You good. Yeah, you good.
But you can stick around for the end because we're going to do something a little different tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do something a little different tonight. This is going to be the final quote of the show. And I found a quote that pertains to the Atlanta Falcons. And I want to get y'all opinion on it and see if y'all can get a correlation on this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody knows we all over here on our philosophy tip, and we like to read at times and act like we smart. But I found a particular quote. Let me go ahead and put it up. Y'all already know who that is.
Oh, that's my dude.
The legend.
You already know who that is.
Yes, sir.
The quote of the night is, notice that the stiffest tree is the most easily cracked, while the bamboo or willow survives by bending with the wind. What did I take from that? It's all about adapting. It's not about sticking with the same formula. This is why when people start particularly talking about, oh, you got to have this certain type of player to win, it ain't always damn true.
Mm-hmm.
There is no formula for winning. The only thing that's guaranteed in winning football games for football teams is two things: health and luck. Can you stay healthy? And can you hit on a hot streak at the right time? What y'all think on that? Anybody want to start?
I'll go ahead since I'm, last to the game. I want to add something else to that as well, because it's definitely happening to a lot of our players. Health, physically, yes, but mentally, you got to have this stuff together in order to even produce like you want to. You can be all healthy all you want to. You can be a brute. You can be all over there like Rico Suave and swole like this. But if you ain't got this together, it's not going to go right for you. You catching attitudes in the locker room. You running on the field with your shirt off. You talking about, I'm going to quit my job to go wrestle and do a music CD because it's not going your way. We're seeing a lot of these athletes out here just acting up. And it brings it to the attention of, okay, yes, they might have a mental health forum now. They try to get into it, but it just seems like something is missed somewhere for a lot of these players. To me, I feel like there needs to be like a mental health check in mid-season, or every now and then you have to have some type of therapist or something. I mean, I don't know what all they entails, but there needs to be a lot more awareness to these players, because we don't know what's going on with Goldman. It could be personal, because for him to just make an exit that early in his career, I know we talk what we talk, but it's like we don't know what's really going on personally. Yeah, and then Kevin Ridley. That was a whole mess, but it's definitely a sign of some type of mental something. Whether it was just selfishness on his end, it could be. I'm not sticking up for him, but you not together physically. I mean, mentally and physically. I guarantee you, Julio Jones is sitting over there in his feelings right about now, because nobody wants him at this point.
I don't know about that, man. He down there in the fan control football league cheering T.O.'s ass on right now, so I don't think he really give a damn.
Is he suiting up
Really?
yet? Is he suiting up yet though?
Hell nah, he ain't suiting up. He over there. He got the hat on. He like this, like, oh T.O. Hey, good catch, man.
But that's a perfect example of listening to the wrong people too. It's all about who you surround yourself with. You get with these little flashy, egotistical people. Oh yeah, you're gonna get treated just like that. And then you don't produce. So now you're sitting there looking like I was the greatest. Now I need to retire sometime and figure out what team I'm gonna squeeze myself into, because who wants that liability at this point? Because he was let go. That's just my 2 cents, though.
All right, Jew, Mike, y'all want to go next on that one?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and run with it. I actually looked at it was on AtlantaFalcons.com. It was an interview. I don't know if you guys got to check it out with Dean Pease and Torrey McElhaney. I didn't get to finish watching it, but I started watching it yesterday, and I think all of the fans should check it out. You guys should check it out. And one thing that I'm gonna leave you guys with, I like the quote that you had, Kay, so I'm not gonna do any quotes. But Dean Pease talked about during him and Torrey McElhaney's like sit down where she talked to him. He was talking about all of the different places that he's coached at. He was talking about him being a teacher and him coaching high school football. That's how he got started, coaching high school football, and then also going in the collegiate ranks. And with this Falcons team, he talked about belief. And he was talking about that last year. If you guys remember when he would do his press conferences, he talked about he was upset because he would listen to the radio on his way into Flowery Branch and how bad the media, like the Atlanta Falcons media, 92.9 The Game, and a lot of the fans talk bad about the team. And he was just talking about he want to make these players believe that they can win. If you guys follow Mad Mike on Twitter, one of his favorite quotes is believe in yourself and work hard. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you. So if I'm those Falcons players in that locker room, forget the outside noise. Forget what everybody is saying on the outside. Believe in yourself. Believe that you guys can win. And that's one thing that I love about Dean Pease is he has faith. He's trying to get these players to believe in themselves. It don't matter about being the strongest, being the fastest, but if you move as a unit and you believe in yourselves and believe that you can actually win, and you have faith in your own abilities, go ahead, Maggie.
I want to add something to what you're talking about. He can continue, but he also mentioned how he also visit the families, the houses of these players. Right. He wanted to see their upbringing, the single family home, poverty. He wanted to get to know not just the athlete on the field, but he wanted to go internally and check out who are these guys on my team. Instead of going and scouting and things like that, he's over there and sitting down in the living room talking to mama, making sure that boy is all right. That's what I like about Dean Pease.
Yeah, that was powerful. Yeah, and it, like you said, it's just not all about football, but I'm not going to go too much into it. Y'all got to check it out because it was a pretty long interview. I didn't get to finish it, but what I like about it is he's basically putting that belief in these players, to believe in yourself, believe that you can win. Because he's like, everybody falls on hard times. He talked about going to a high school that hadn't won in years and then talking about them making it to the mountaintop, but it started somewhere. So right now they've laid the foundation last year. I believe in this team, but it's all about those players believing that they can do something special. If you believe in yourself, you work hard, you put the work in, eventually that hard work is going to pay off. And I'll leave it at that.
Well, I think you guys have probably heard my story 1,000 times. I'm proud of it personally. It's because of that. What you just said. Believe in yourself and work hard. This is one of the main reasons why how AFN even got started, some almost 10 years ago, is because Maggie and I had the same vision. We wanted to help people, and we wanted to be a true representative of what the Falcons fan base is, and that's really caring about our team and just caring about, because you go to these Falcons games, it ain't nothing but all love. You go down there, you don't even know these people, and they'll throw some sandwiches at you. They'll throw some. Hey, come on, get you a sandwich, get you a plate, get you a beer, get you a soda, whatever
Grab
it
you a
is.
soda,
It's
grab
a
you.
friendly, bro. It's hey, crab legs. You can get all of that. You know what I'm saying? Going to these games, it's a friendly environment. Southern hospitality. That's what Atlanta Falcons nation is. What Atlanta Falcons organization is about. It's what Arthur Blank is about. It's about all family. All right, because Arthur Blank came from humble beginnings. He wasn't rich when he didn't grow up rich. His father had a little mini store, but for the most part, like he had to grind from as a kid. He didn't really know his father like that. If you go look at his story, like I said, he wasn't a rich kid. You know what I'm saying? So he had to grind from the very beginning to become a billionaire. We know. So this is what we always say. I always say this, man. Nobody believed in Atlanta Falcons Nation. Nobody believed in Mad Mike Sports. Guess what? All these people that you see now, most of these content creators, no one wouldn't give me a shot. I begged and I begged and I begged. I tweeted people. I sent emails. I wrote articles on free websites. I was promoting the hell out of myself on Twitter. Not one content creator gave me a shot.
I even told Mike to leave certain situations because of the disrespect that he was getting.
Yeah. That was just like you ain't gonna go nowhere. You're not going nowhere. I don't even know why. Look, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. Look, and here we go. This is what it's all about. So that quote, yes, one of the biggest things that got us to this position is adaptation. Be like water, my friends. Be like water, because water, free flowing, and it can get in any crevice anywhere, and that's what Atlanta Falcons Nation is. We're not just one thing. We're not just people that yell and scream. We got philosophers. We got some OGs up here. We got some preachers up here. We got the very lovely, bossy woman that I look. That's my everything. And Maggie, it's so many different types of things that go into this entire organization. You guys don't realize that your comments and your comments feed our conversation. It's all about you guys. We don't have one particular style. We feed off of you guys. So that's what it's all about. Falcons are no longer looking to be the pass first team. They ready to change it. Guess what? They're going back to a mobile quarterback. People thought, oh, we got Matt Ryan. We'll never see that style of football again. And here we go, right back to what we were before. It's all about adapting. So I love this quote. I love this like I said, this new change to the show. This is what we're about. Improving and forgiving, and like I said, all about love around here. It's all about love around here, and that's all I got to say about that. Believe in yourself and work hard. Don't forget the work hard part. Work hard. Work hard, okay? Because God is watching you. If you loafing, trust me, you're not going to receive the blessing that you think you are. All right? Work hard, people. Work hard.
I want to add to that, Matt, Mike. Work hard and keep going, regardless if you think somebody paying attention or not. You never know who's watching.
Absolutely.
You might not have that encouragement. Ain't nobody saying good job, Mike. Juice talk. Shoot, pat yourself on the back. I did a hell of a good job on my video.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shoot.
Good one, K Styles. See, this is why K Styles is K Styles, man. He always put a little sprinkle, a little dab of change in here. It always turn out too cool. All right. K-Style, what you got, man?
So I want everybody that's watching. We still got 107 people in here, man. So if you like the addition of having a quote on each show, put you a thumbs up. thumbs up. We black, white, green, whatever. Thumbs up on the quote. This is what we do. This is what I love to do. I love to change shit up. You see me with a new intro every month for some reason. So you already know I like to change stuff up.
I think Blackberry want to continue this mental health conversation on Thursday night. You guys come on over to Atlanta Falcons Nation. I think we're gonna hit on that just a little bit more deeper in detail tomorrow. Hopefully I can make it. I get up early, so I might be actually able to do the show tomorrow. So my work schedule is all over the place, y'all. So I've been missing in action, but I'm here.
And I'm gonna give y'all a freebie too. And Mike kind of said it as far as work hard. The same guy had another quote that I just found. He got 9,000 quotes, but I think this one right here is gonna coincide what Mike just said. Be happy, but never satisfied. So hold on, we got to do this right. Okay, let's go ahead and do it right. I might throw a little low right in the end of the night. So we appreciate everybody tuning in to your heavy hitters. But we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. So you'll go ahead and make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and comment. Subscribe to Mad Mike Sports. To Jew Talk Sports. To Atlanta Falcon Nation. To Maggie T's production. And also help your boy 6-Man K-Styles get to that 1,000 mark.
Look, please.
Hey, if y'all asses don't do it, Miss Maggie T will come through and slap you with a damn.
I've been watching this number. Tell your friend, call your people, call your dog. Say, put a like on this video. We need to be there before the veterans hit the training camp. How about that? It needs to be 1K by next week. And we do this, share it out to all your people. All you gotta do is go on the bottom of that link. You're gonna see the share button, copy it, share it to Facebook, and be like, hey, let's get to the Styles.
Send it to people. Just send it to people. If you're in a Facebook group, send it to people and just tell them to subscribe. That's it. They don't even have to have the notification. You can turn the notification out, but all we need is you just to hit that subscribe button. Gotta get you up here in the whole. Hey, it's time for the whole vibe, boy.
Hey, you know how this man K-Styles go, man. It's a vibe everywhere we go. It ain't a movie. It's a vibe.
It's a vibe, baby.
And this is what we do around here. So we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, y'all. Like you said, just go ahead and support. Make sure you get ready for Atlanta Falcon Nation tomorrow, Dirty Bird Thursday, as well as the interview at 9:35 latest. Cause you know, nigga time, we got to be about 5 minutes later than what we want to.
That's what I'm saying. You know, give y'all an opportunity. Just be here at 9 o'clock in the 9:30 in the lock. Just know that we're gonna be on. You know, we're gonna be a little late.
And also on Fridays, y'all might see the OGs again. So be tuning in for Friday Night Madness as well. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We ain't here to stay.
Oh, we ain't?
No, because we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
You fool me. See, this is why I can't stop. Look, trust this man.
You can't stay nowhere. Look. You can't say that. And that was my fault.
Hey, we get it. Jesus Christ.
You look.
this.
I had to
Oh,
show
no.
it. Ain't nobody looked at it yet, so
Well, dude, look at what?
my ring.
Oh my God, woman.
It's too big to be wearing it anywhere, so it's a huge ring. They should get a lady size ring or something.
Man, that thing look like a finger cast on your ass.
Oh my goodness.
You already look like a paper airplane. That thing look like a damn ring cast.
Oh my God. You never stop.
Nah, but for real, I fucked up the intro because I'm sitting here chilling. So we ain't here to play. We here to stay. You ain't gotta go home.
Oh no. But you gotta get to hell.
All right, preacher.
And if you don't like that, Jimmy, take it away.
And if you two don't like it, you can just pass the blunt to the nigga on your left.
Deuces.
Peace out.